Hey everybody, Rob St. John, realtor and certified divorce real estate professional, bringing you another video in our YouTube channel. This particular playlist that you're watching is really centered around the intersection, the crossover of family law cases, divorce cases, and real property. And what I've noticed recently is an uptick in challenges regarding the personal property, and I just wanted to shed some light on these issues so that delays and potential contract breaches can be prevented. So, as you all know, when one needs to sell their house, the property has to be empty of all belongings before closing. And while that's typically rather obvious, the issue is frequently forgotten about until we're right down to the wire. And this, of course, can result in a breach of contract. In some cases, I've even seen where damages are paid to the buyer. So here's the dilemma. The clock starts ticking just as soon as the property is under contract. And depending on the market you're in, that could mean just days after it's listed. That is still happening even in our shifting market. All personal property in the house must be removed at the closing, which is oftentimes 30 to 45 days after an accepted offer. And at this point, it's actually a contractual obligation. So that timeline tends to go by really fast. So, in order to protect yourself from anything that might hinder the sale, including breaching your contract with a potential buyer, I recommend the division and disbursement of properties decided before the house is actually listed, especially in a high conflict case. This can also help with thinning out some of the personal belongings in the home and making the home a little easier to show. So all the stuff has to be moved anyway, so by handling it before the listing is almost it's almost always a better approach. A couple of solutions I've seen are things like his and hers pods parked in the driveway. Each spouse can load up their own and have it taken for storage to be brought to them later at their new property. If no agreement is reached, then of course one pod or storage facility can be secured for all the unclaimed belongings to go until further division or orders are made. And then, if all else fails, hiring some sort of a junk removal company or donating to a nonprofit organization can also help get rid of some of the stuff. Now, of course, every case is different. And while I personally focus on the real property side, I'm always happy to offer suggestions for how to disperse personal property under these kinds of challenging circumstances. So, if I can be of any help, whether it involves my expertise as a certified divorce real estate professional, or simply being of help to you regarding anything to do with buying, selling, or investing in real estate here in the greater Louisville area, I'm happy to do so. Feel free to reach out anytime and hope you have an amazing day.